Hey people, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're fine. This channel is a new one, and the purpose of this channel is to talk to purpose-driven people. This channel is for you. If you really want to become a man, if you really find yourself not moving in the right track, and you want to grow up, you want to see how far you can go in the next few months into becoming a man, then this channel is for you. So before I go on with the topic for today and all of its packages, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Chindagoswil. I'm from Rivers, Nigeria. So I am African. Obviously, I am African. Yeah, I'm 27 years old, and I love art and nature. Yeah, by that I mean architecture, the diversity in food, fashion, music, paintings. I just love art. Yeah, and of course, nature is beautiful, so I love nature so much. Let's dive right into why I'm making this video. I want to talk about what adulthood taught me. Yeah, like I said, I'm 27 and I'm no longer a kid, obviously. So I've sat down to analyze what I've experienced during these years of adulthood. Yeah, permit me to use that word. So firstly, I have learned that I have to choose my circle. Adulthood has taught me how to choose my circle. So you should do same. Of course, as you keep growing every year, you come across a different set of people. Just like we always say here in Nigeria, life don't serious past this one. It's not a joke. Life has become more serious than just your regular friends that you hang out with. It's like life has become more serious than just hanging out with friends, eating out, chilling with friends. And I'm not saying you should not do that, but then there is time for everything. It's time for you to sit up. Because me, all these years, I've been trying to please friends. I've been trying to please a particular circle, and this has affected me so much. Okay, you can imagine waking up in the morning and then every day is always the same thing. You wake up, brush your mouth, bathe. If there's food in the house, you eat with your friends, and then play video games, talk about people's progress. And for those of you who are into betting, just go to the bet shop, you stake games. For how long do you intend doing these things? You will not be looking at yourself like there is no improvement. Every day is just to go to the bet shop, you place your stake. If you win, fine. If you don't win, everybody goes home. Like the normal thing. Some of us have those kind of friends that we just stay in the compound, talk the whole day, laugh, eat if there is food. There is no moving forward, no business conversations, no career topics. Like, how long do you intend to continue doing these kind of things or living this kind of life? It won't take you anywhere. So if you would see that if you change your circle, the kind of people you move around with and something like that, you will notice a lot of change in your life, a whole lot of change. That is one thing that adulthood has taught me. You cannot always be friends with the people you've always been friends with. And you notice that once you decide to change circle, those bad eggs, those ones that are not adding any value to your life, they begin to see like, oh, he's beginning to feel too big, or she's beginning to feel too big, and something like that. And the next thing is they start cutting off or staying away. But it's fine. You won't die. You will not die. So number 2 is advise yourself. you have to learn how to advise yourself. Adulthood has taught me how to advise myself. Sometimes I get into some situations where I'll just be like, what do I do? Who do I talk to? At some point, nobody got your back. Like, nobody really cares about what you want to do or your next move. You just sit down, think through it, and then if it is something that you've been needing someone else's advice, first of all, you talk to yourself first. Advise yourself first. Use your brain. See what the possibilities of this thing that you're about to venture into would look like, and also see the impossibilities. And then when you feel like, okay, this is too much for me to analyze, I think I'll be needing an external help, then that is where being open to suggestions comes in. There's some persons that are so blunt that they give the excuse of being introverted. Of course, introverts talk too. You cannot always keep to yourself on a normal ground. You cannot always keep to yourself. There's some issues that you need to relate to somebody. It must not be everybody. Just look around you. It must not be your siblings. It must not be your friends. It can be someone you admire, someone you see as a mentor. Just look for somebody to talk to about something, and then see the person's opinion, hear what the person has to say. That is where you now compare and contrast with that one you have already thought of on your own. That's why I said advise yourself first. Then when you seek for someone else's advice, you compare the both of them, and you see how you can apply some of the person's advice that has been given to you, and you also see where you can put yours as well. If yours is not okay, if it doesn't fit in, you leave it and you work with that which the person has given to you. If that person's own does not work out well too, because everybody must not give you exactly how you want it. If the person's own doesn't work out as expected, or you don't digest it very well, you go ahead with your plans. That is what is expected of you. That is what adulthood has taught me. That is what adulthood will teach you. If you are ready to become an adult, this is what you will see. It is a phase. Another thing adulthood has taught me is learning new things. Of course, if you want to grow, you have to learn new things. These things are step by step. You have to learn something, be open to learning new things, because you cannot always dwell on what you already know. Some persons know too much. Some persons are too informed that they don't want to learn new things. You are so stuck in what you already know. Sometimes you give the excuse of, I'm a student, blah 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 blah. Who told you that a student cannot get something new, cannot learn something new, something aside education or academics? You can learn something new, learn a skill, learn a trade. I don't know, just learn something. It must not always be all about what you're studying in school, and be open. Learn new things, because with the way things are going right now in this country, that your certificate, God forbid, it might not help you. Have you not seen where someone who studied what's it called, architecture, is working as a teacher? That is not what you're supposed to be doing. You feel you have a sponsor, so what is the point of stressing myself to learn a skill? My dad will always send me money for school fees and all those things. My mom will always be, my uncle. Sometimes these people you get to a point where you can't find all of these people. Of course, anyone who is in the university, or even done with high school, which is called secondary school here in West Africa, is expected to be seen as an adult. You are treated as an adult. So the treats you get at the moment doesn't guarantee forever enjoyment. Learn a skill. Back then when I was in the hostel, I used to see these guys, some of these guys in the hostel. They are students like me too. They were cutting people's hair in the hostel. We didn't have to go to a barber shop to cut our hair back then. We were getting our hair cut in the hostel there, and they were making their money. You see, this way they were able to get food, get some of that little things. You must not be calling your sponsors for money, for upkeep, and like, life has become more serious than that. Okay, what if tomorrow mom goes out and hear a sad story that, oh, she couldn't come back alive and something like that? What do you do at that point? Imagine when she is the only one who can come through for you when you have issues. Life has become more serious. Learn how to fry off, like, learn something. All these small skills, you don't have to pay too much to learn a skill. You can learn these things through YouTube. You can learn these things through some vendors around. Learn how to fry puff. Learn how to fry chin chin. You can start small. Learn how to cut hair. Learn how to make hair. Female this. Learn how to fix nails. All these things. All these little things. You don't have to pay too much. Before I even got into the university, I had already started. I had already gotten my skill. I was already doing event decorations. So are you getting it? I knew I have a father who is my sponsor, who has asked me to go to school, but then I cannot just cast all of my eggs in one basket, because sometimes he might tell you he doesn't have, and you will not kill him. He doesn't have. So how do you scale through? You pay by yourself. You pay these bills by yourself. Maybe if God helps and they are able to send you the money for those things, you replace from where you've removed. That's what adulthood means. You must not wait to come out from school. You must not become a graduate before you start seeing yourself as an adult. You, even going into the university, makes you an adult already. You're going there not to just learn academically. Just like your results or your certificate will always say that the school has built you both in character and in learning. When you pass through school, let it pass through you as well. Try and be more open to learning new things, learn new skills. Don't be okay with what you already know. Be open, learn more things. Because sometimes a situation might come up where you find yourself in a different place, and then that skill you already have cannot feed you, or you can't even find something reasonable doing with that skill to be able to pay up bills or feed yourself. You see, one who is multitasked, who is versatile in nature, who has got so many skills. This is where the person survives in the jungle. Even when you're not very skilled and you're willing to know new things, when you find yourself in such places, you know how to adapt. It is quick. It becomes very fast for you to adapt. Another thing life has taught me is learning how to heal from my past. Healing. Let me shock you. Do you know that I was raised in a broken home? And some of you, a lot of you, use these things as a very serious excuse. Oh, because both parents weren't together to raise me. So, no. You have to move on. Yes, sometimes you get very hot. Either you're upset with both parents, or you're upset with your mom, or you're upset with your dad. All these things, it doesn't really matter to people out there. No, nobody really cares. You have to just heal. Find one way or the other to heal. Forgive them. Forget about all of those things and move on. Get something doing. Because you're giving excuses okay, I remember that year, I was like, oh, my dad doesn't send me money, blah 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 blah, and I was feeling I was feeling entitled. I was pissed. I was mad at him, and one of my friends, he's late though, he was like, this man owes you nothing. Of course, he's your dad, yeah? We believe that our parents are supposed to be paying our bills and doing stuff for us at some certain age. But look at yourself, you are done with secondary school. which means you're not a kid anymore. By the way, my mom passed long before, I think I was still in primary school. So he asked me one question. Was there any day you went to your mom's grave and asked her for school fees or for food? I was like, no. He said, hey, that means she's not owing you anything. It is the same thing for your dad. He is not dead here, but then learn how to face these things on your own and forgive them and forget about it. Some people hold on to the past so much that they find it difficult to move on. And when you keep holding on to the past, you can't even think straight. You cannot think straight. You feel so frustrated and confused, and everything gets you pissed off. Like, you please just learn how to forget about your past. Learn how to heal. Move on. If you're in a relationship and the relationship is not working, heal from the heartbreak and move on. That way your ex will see you and he or she will be like, what has happened? Because sometimes they break up with you because they think you have nothing to offer, but they will not tell you. Yes, it is a sad reality. They will not tell you. They think you have nothing to offer. So that is one thing life has taught me as an adult. Yeah, and then get a source of income. Some of you are used to asking for money from one person to the other. Every day you send the account numbers out. Every day you bill somebody. Here in Nigeria they'll say it's billing. How will you keep sending somebody your account number? Like, you don't get tired. The person you're even asking for money, what does he do? Or what does she do? This one, I'm not throwing any shade at anyone, but girls do these things a lot. You end up ruining relationships that might be useful to you in the future. I'm not talking about romantic relationship here. A guy talks to you, the next thing is you begin to tell him your gas is finished, and you begin to tell him your rent is due. You begin to tell him you celebrate 5 birthdays in 1 year. Why? What is the point? Why not just try to maintain your steez, like they will say here in Nigeria? Maintain your steez. Try and be yourself. So get something doing. If possible, talk to people. I want to work. This is what I know how to do. Can you help me get a job or find a job within this skill? Okay, I can do anything. I can just get me something. Can you refer me to somewhere where I can apply? But no, you want to sit down. Then in the morning you just send someone to chat. Alpha, can you send me 2K so I can use it for this or that? I'm hungry, I'm this, I'm that. God help you. God help you. Because you can't continue asking people for money to pay bills. These people have bills too, they have family too. And a lot of you have this bad character that when the giver doesn't have to give you at that moment, you begin to sound like, oh, he has changed or she has changed. These people have bills to pay too. They're adults like you are. They work themselves out to be able to keep this money that you keep asking for. Get something doing. Adulthood has taught me that nobody really cares when you are hungry. If hunger comes, when hunger hits you, by then you begin to think. And I wonder how people even steal. You say, oh, don't leave him. He stole because he is hungry. Why will you even steal because you are hungry? It is because you don't have something doing. An idle mind is the devil's workshop, like they always say here in Nigeria. Get something doing. Look for a job. That's why I said learn a skill. That skill can be used as a business to make money. You can also use it to work for somebody, for a company. Yes. Being a man, you have to make your own way. You have to create your own path. Yes. Now you get stranded. You begin to think of the next person to call. Who do I call now? let me call James and ask him for 10k. This one, this one, this one. When James keeps sending you this money, at some point James will get tired because you don't have something doing. This person becomes like, every time he's asking for 2k, he's asking for 3k. This boy know they work, or this girl know they work. They'll just begin to see you like, oh, this person has no value, there's no worth. Some people even start ignoring your calls. Have you not tried calling somebody you always call before, and you call like 5 times, nobody takes your call? It's not like they're not with their phones. The person is with his phone. He's not taking his call because he or she knows that this call will end up with billing. You end up asking for money or for one form of assistance or the other. Create your own path. Look for something doing. When you get stranded, do a research. That is where these things comes in. Create your own path. Do a research on something. Learn new skills. Go into freelancing. Try remote jobs. Go into baking. Learn how to fix spoiled stuffs. Help people. Do if you go into cleaning, do. Don't just stay like that and always waiting for people to. I know some guys who just bait. They could just freshen up. They wear their hoodie, wear their jeans and sack. They will just be strolling. You see them, they finish baiting. Their footwear is shining. You see them working on it. They don't have any job. There's nothing to do. They are not doing nothing. They just walk around. They see on the road, they bill you, hey bro, Alpha, this and show me love now, delete it. And then you give them 1k, 1.5. That's what they do the whole day. Before you know, they don't chop morning food. They've had breakfast. Some of them keep disturbing their relatives and friends that are abroad. You think it's easy? If it's easy, you go by yourself. And when those friends of yours that are in the UK or Austria or in the US or Canada, they are not able to send you money, you get upset. Why? It is not easy over there as well. If you think it's easy, you go. Life is tough. Life don't serious pass as the same. It has become tougher. Grow up. You need to grow up. You have to grow up. Now, you don't let your upbringing define you. I schooled in the village. I schooled in the village. My village. That was where I schooled. I went to secondary school. In fact, I completed my primary school in my village, and then I did my secondary education in my village as well. But I don't talk or sound like one. I'm from a village that is, will I say, it is a very much rural village, like rural area. So it's not like I'm from one city. No, I'm not from the city. My village is local, but then see the way I sound. The way I do things is different from the way some other persons do things. Some other persons that are from my village as well, the way they do things. My age means that I know. Some of them I even lucky to have seen money and something like that. But yet, it's not like you can't compare the way I do my stuff and them and theirs rather. So don't let your upbringing define you. And you did not go to a sophisticated secondary school does not mean you shouldn't know when to talk and where to talk. Every time shouldn't be for social media and friends. Learn how to drop your phone sometimes and reflect on your life. Sit down, find yourself, give yourself time, stay away from those people you hang out with. Sometimes when you get a call from some of your friends, bro, I'm not free. I'm not feeling well, or just look for some excuses and give if you don't want to go direct. And if you want to be very much plain, you come out, tell them bro, I'm not really chanced right now. I'm working on something. This is a period where you should find yourself. Sit down and reflect on your life. What have I achieved at this particular? Okay, look at me now. I've not really gotten to where I want to get. But then because I'm open to learning new things and doing new things, I'm that kind of person. I'm versatile. Yes, in nature, I like to do new things. I like to explore. I've started doing YouTube. Do YouTube. Get a phone if you have a good phone. Start making videos. Don't sit. Draft out an idea. Film yourself. You don't have to be very perfect about it. Film yourself. Draft out an idea. Film yourself and review your video. Post your video. Be consistent. The more you post, the better your content become. As it is right now, this is my second channel. I have a channel for YouTube growth. I decided to create this channel for people who are purpose driven, people who want to grow up, people who want to become a man. It's for motivation. I just feel like some of my friends are like, bro, you're good at talking to people and convincing people or talking people into becoming something in life or becoming useful with their lives. Why not just make this bigger? Create a platform. And I thought of it and I was like, okay, let me be doing this on YouTube so I can reach a wider audience. This is for you. If you're confused, you're still in that stage where you don't even know what to do about your life, sit down, get a pen and paper, watch some videos, listen to some quotes, jot things down and reflect on, do research on these things and get into work. You see that once you start getting serious with your life, some of these friends of yours will just start going off. They'll start cutting off. Just give yourself like 1 month. You try to experiment this thing within this few days in this month of March. Try to experiment these things. You see, some persons will start cutting you off. You won't even be the one chasing them. They'll start drawing back because they feel like, okay, we are no longer in the same clique. He doesn't do what we do anymore. He's no longer in our circle. He's no longer our match. If your friends becomes fewer, you end up not having so much friends like you used to have. Sometimes ignore some chats that doesn't have anything to offer. Some conversation that don't add anything to your life. I'm not saying you should become a snob, yeah? But then when you look at some conversation and it's not leading anywhere, you just ignore. Please, I don't know. That is what I have to say right now. So these are lessons that adulthood has taught me. So I decided to just bring it out here and then talk to some persons too who really wants to know, who are waiting for or who has been waiting for this kind of conversation. So I don't know, just work on yourself. Please, if you haven't subscribed, do well to hit the subscribe button. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, this is my first video actually on this channel, so do well to hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment, let me know what you think, and also if you have anything you want me to work on in my next video, please drop it in the comment box. I promise to make a video on it. And also, if you haven't liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Like this video, subscribe if you have not. I'm still saying it again, and don't forget to share. Let this video go to as much people as you can forward it to. A lot of people need this. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in my next video.